Good morning, Jackson staff and students. It is a terrific Tuesday today as we follow our Tiger Truths of be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. I have Mr. Julian Huerta here from Mrs. Vasquez's 5th grade class to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Come on up, Julian. How are you?
Good.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tina.
Thank you. Let's put our right hand on our heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Excellent job. Now, well, let's get our fingers right. Okay, got a question for you. How was the museum field trip yesterday?
Oh, it was good. I got to see like a.
You could talk to them too.
I got to see a little movie.
What movie did you see?
I don't know what it's called.
Okay, what was it about?
Aliens.
Aliens. Was it in the IMAX, the big screen? Oh, I love going to an IMAX too, as well. So, okay, we'll have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Okay, I also want to share that today is our PBIS luncheon day, and we are in the classroom right next to Mrs. Dunmore and Mrs. Jansen, and that is in room 223. Thank you, Mrs. Marshall. She's handing me the note with the room number on it, which I love. And then remember, boys and girls, this is your last day of school this week because we have parent-teacher conferences. So in honor of parent-teacher conferences and Unity Day, I am sure, I thank you so very much for anyone who's wearing orange because it is a Unity Day. And Mrs. Everhart is here. Come on up, Mrs. Everhart. And Aiden Beckwith. Oh my goodness.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friend Aiden. How are you? Oh, I'm so glad you're here. And what are you two doing this morning?
Reading the book.
You're going to help me read a book, right?
Oh, that's
Yes.
wonderful.
So just like Mrs. Moisen said, today is Unity Day. And so you might see a whole bunch of teachers wearing this shirt, and it says, "Together we can create a world without bullying." Because it really is a team effort. One person could stand up against bullying, but if we don't do it together, then it doesn't really work. That's right. Say we all need to work together to make sure that it happens, right?
Yes.
And so Aiden and I are going to read this book that Mrs. Marshall gave us, and it's amazing and it's perfect for today. And what is this book called?
Super Manny Stands Up.
Super Manny Stands Up, and it is written by Kelly DiPuccio and it's illustrated by Stephanie Gregan.
Okay, I've got to ask the question. What does it mean when it's written by? What is that person called?
Author.
The author. Excellent. And then illustrated by, what does that mean?
Pictures or words.
That's excellent.
Yes,
That is the person who
absolutely.
does the pictures. I had to ask those text important questions.
Okay,
Because we're always learning at
We're
Jackson.
going to switch spots. Just 'cause- there we go.
I'm going to move out
I
of your
need to-
way.
Okay, so this is Super Manny Stands Up, right? And who's on the front of the book?
A raccoon.
A raccoon. A raccoon. So we're going to take some, you want to help me hold it? We're going to take turns. Okay. So this is Super Manny. Okay, Aiden.
Every day Manny puts on different caps after school.
So every day Manny puts on a different cape after school. Does he have a cape on right there?
Yeah.
He
Looks
does.
more like a blanket.
In his red cape, Manny battled an angry army of zombie bears.
Roar, I am strong.
He soared through the skies in his yellow cape and single-handedly brought down the evil cloud monsters.
I am brave.
When legions of alien robots with laser beam eyes invaded, Manny tirelessly fought them off in his purple cape.
I am powerful.
A green cape usually meant that Manny was taking on the forest giants, defeating them one at a time.
I am invincible. I am invincible.
Traveling to the far reaches of the galaxy to fight crime and injustice wasn't easy, but that's what superheroes do.
I am Superman.
Manny always saved his top secret undercover cape for school.
I am the invincible cat.
The invisible cape. With it, he battled mutant monkeys. He stopped fiery comets heading straight for the Earth. He faced down giant squids with long tentacles and red eyes.
Said move. I said move.
Manny looked past his lunch to see where that loud voice was coming from. Tall One was towering over Small One and laughing.
Move, little word, he said.
Small One seemed to get even smaller. Manny watched as Tall One continued his laughing and teasing. He felt frozen, glued to his seat, so he said nothing. He did nothing. Until he remembered. What did he remember, Aiden?
His invincible cape.
His invisible cape. Manny stood up, and then he did the bravest, most courageous, kindest thing he could ever have done. He said,
Stop it.
Tall One moved in closer. What did you say? Manny saw a storm of evil cloud monsters swirling around Tall One's head, but he had stared into the eyes of zombie bears, unsavory sea creatures, and forest giants before, so he didn't back down. He reminded himself,
I am fearless. I am strong. I am brave. I am powerful. I am invincible.
I am invincible. I said, stop it, he repeated, a little louder this time. You're being mean. At that moment, everyone around him remembered they too were heroes with their own invisible capes.
Stop it, he said. Stop it. Cut it out. Stop that. Stop it. That's not nice. Yeah, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Tall One scowled, and then, just like legions of alien robots with their laser beam eyes, he retreated.
Miss Access.
Mission accomplished. Small One was very grateful for the backup. Manny was grateful too. Because every superhero needs a sidekick. Yeah. So Aiden, what did you think about that book?
It was good.
It was good? What did you learn from it? What did you learn?
That it was being nice and mean.
About being nice and mean? And what does Superman remember to do?
Save the day.
He saved the day? Did he stand up against someone who was bigger than him?
Yes.
Was he a little scared?
Yes.
But what did he remember that he had? What did he have on him?
Cape.
His
Cape.
capes. And at school, could you see the cape? Or was it an
No.
invisible cape?
Invisible.
Yeah. And so, boys and girls, you need to remember that while you're at school, you can be a superhero just like Manny. If you see someone being not so kind or being mean to another person, it doesn't matter if they are big or small. It is absolutely okay for you to use in a strong but respectful voice, "Hey, that is not okay. You're being mean. Please stop." To stand up for another person or another student,
Yes.
even if it's not your friend, is that still okay?
Yes.
Because
Me too,
remember,
our parents or dad.
we need to work together to make sure that it
Yes.
stops.
Mrs. Everhart, can students put up their hand like a stop sign
Absolutely.
to say stop it?
Yes, please stop.
You know,
Mhm.
I think that is it's a great nonverbal. If you can't get the words quite out, you can always put your hand up because this is a universal sign for stop. And everyone should learn and know that when somebody does this, it means stop.
And it is always okay to ask for help from an adult too. Okay, so don't forget that if you ask them to stop and they keep doing it, you can go and ask an adult for help.
Absolutely.
Well,
Well, thank you. That
Nice
was a
job,
delightful
Aiden.
story.
Yeah.
Good job reading. Did you enjoy that?
Yes.
I think we should have more guest readers
I
as
think
we
so too.
go throughout the year.
I think that it was fun. You did a good job.
Okay, so your
Bye.
whole class will be
Bye.
watching. Okay,
Thank
see you
you.
later. Okay, boys and girls, one other thing that I would like to do this morning is just take a little walk through our book fair. So you have an opportunity to see all of the amazing things that are on our book fair. So are you ready to go? Follow me, Mrs. Marshall.
Okay.
Mrs. Marshall, would you like to help us describe what we have
Sure.
to see?
Sure. Can you see us, Madeline? Here. Let Madeline get
Yep,
positioned
come
here.
on in,
Why don't
Madeline.
you come over here? Yeah. Okay, so when you first walk in,
Let's
it this
turn the
way.
camera this way.
When you first walk in, we have all of the gadgets that are here. So there's a coin purse, mini stationery. There are, of course, the erasers that are here as well. We have some top secret UV pens, and there's pointers, pens, pencils. And over on this table, there are some creative fun activities. We have several Shopkin things this year. There are notebooks that you can write in and you can decorate the covers. There are even sippy cups that you can add glittery scene to. On the
Now those
outside
look
of the
like fun.
plastic container. This table also has some stickers. And then this end cap here has the Harry Potter collection. So you can browse through these as well. On this table we have graphic novels. So there's several graphic novels. So if you look inside of the graphic novels, they kind of look like a cartoon comic format, but those are very popular. And if you come into this section where we have the carts, we have some excellent books. These would be more for our P4J kindergarten, first, second grade students and up, because I love all these great stories. This table is a table that we have books that are for $1 or less for students to
Oh,
purchase.
that's a great deal.
Yes.
$1 only
or less.
or less. So
About a
even 50
quarter.
cents or a quarter?
Right.
Oh, that's amazing. Kind of like popcorn day.
Exactly. And then over here we have some beginning chapter books, some easy readers. Many of these titles, you can see if you can find which ones were highlighted in the Scholastic video. This one, Jake the Fake. This one was highlighted in that one, as well as Max's Story. I'm kind of interested in this one here that says Strays Like Us. This looks like it would be a really interesting chapter book to read. And if we go around the corner, We have some more value books. The value books are usually like $5 or less. Some are marked. There's stickers that are on them. So for example, this one says it's $2.
Okay.
Otherwise, all the prices are on the back. But if there is a sticker, then it is the sticker price. And then we have some preschool books. I know the students that have been in here have really been interested in the Paws Patrol books that we have. And then we have our older students, some other chapter books. There's some Minecraft books here. We have the Wonder Book, which I know many of you have already read, but that's a favorite of many. A Wrinkle of Time is on the shelf as well. And then we have some science and fun fact books. There's another table of value books. And we have Spanish titles over here that are written in Spanish. And of course we have our Legos and Star Wars books.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mrs. Marshall. I really appreciate learning, and man, I gotta spend some time in here. Oh, some good things to buy. Pokemon bar. Ooh, lots of very good things in here, all over the library. So if you haven't been in with your class to do a walkthrough, please come in today so that you are all ready for shopping tomorrow during conferences or on Thursday. What are the hours of the big fair?
It's tomorrow night from 4 to 7:30, and then on Thursday from 9 to 6:30.
Okay, sounds great. So thank you very much. Boys and girls, let's make it a terrific Tuesday today. And don't forget to be awesome.